Okay, and here we are back with cards 11 to 16, and I do hope that you're taking the time to really go through these and reflect on these because that's going to be super helpful. So I'm just going to go in and we will start with 11 to 16. So as I mentioned in traditional tarot, strength is the 8th card and justice is the 11th card. But in angel tarot, we are going to strength next. So this is all about using kindness as inner strength, using compassion, working with nature, and to go with the flow. I understand the journey is only halfway complete when you choose this card. This is the strength that comes truly from peace, love, and compassion. This could be a woman that's trying to be very calm, and usually you see on the imaging on this card, I'm using the angel throw as an example. If you have it there with you, you'll see that she's trying to calm an animal, and the animal that's calmed by her, and this animal is this beautiful lioness. So it's really a message to take your power back and stand in the truest power of love. That's where the strength is, to let go of fear, and you are much stronger than you think. In business, step into your biggest power in your path. Be courageous, be generous, and have that balance out with your wisdom and tap into your inner strength. If you're looking for love, go into the fear that you may be alone forever. It's not real. So if you do fear that, go into that. You have the strength to have all that you want to have. So be strong in the space and explore where you are with no fear, regardless of where you are in love. In a relationship, you are being invited to use strength to stand in your power and be grounded in your power to move to the next level. And in health, forgiveness may help the healing of your body, actually, is what I usually pull from this. It's a card that helps to remind us to be gentle with our bodies, all while not giving up that it is something that we can absolutely obtain success over. So pause here and reflect. Have you made a super courageous decision, but ignored the fear and stood strong in your power? Awakening. Now, traditionally, this is known in tarot as the Hanged Man. It's asking you to see the world differently. So there's no struggling here. If you don't like the way that things are, change them and the way that you look at them. This is a time to be still and not to take action. There is a big message of surrender. So honor the truth in your heart, have patience before you act, and become aware of the changes that are needed. This is also a reminder that there is nothing more that you can do, and sometimes persistence can be resistance. For business, this is not a time for big action. So really look at it from a different perspective here and wait a bit for more information as you are able to access inner insight with much more patience. If you're looking for love, I would say this is not the time to make a commitment to anyone right now, and allow for new information to come into you first. In a relationship, you may feel a little bit stuck. It's not the time to necessarily leave, so wait on that. And if you do feel stuck, go into that. In health, no big decisions once again, so it may be time to pause before taking action further in any new health regimen. So pause here and revisit for you. Was there a time when you surrendered and simply allowed for more time, and only then did the perfect situation and answer come to you? Okay. The release card in traditional tarot is the Death card, and it's nothing to be scared of or fearful of. It's actually a really beautiful card. It is not scary. This is just saying that you've noticed what changes need to be made, and now the release happens as they are made. So lots of happiness can come from this card, ease, and of course there can be sadness, but we get new. So welcome the transition, stand in the moment and embrace any endings because they're beautiful. Don't rush. This is a card of transformation and a time to let go of what no longer works for you. For business, this may be signaling a time to let go of a job, or at the very least, let something change that needs to change. Let it happen. It's a time of old career patterning to be released, so allow for that change to happen. If you're looking for love, old patterning needs to be removed, and it may suggest that singleness can go away as well. If you're in a relationship, it may be the end of a relationship, or you may need to simply let go of a piece of the way that you are showing up in that relationship or somebody else. In health, This is never connected to literal death, has been my experience. If it is surrounded by life experience or the Tower cards, the 3 of air or swords, the 9 of air or swords, then it's probably not that drastic. What is really wonderful is it can symbolize the releasing of a death of a period of illness. So it actually can be the end of a sickness, which I love. For you, I would like you to pause and reflect on what was a time when there was an ending that you initially dreaded, and then you saw something better came when you released and let that go. I know for me, relationship, that's when the release card came up a lot, when there was a relationship that needed to go away and my beautiful husband came in. Now, balance is the next one. This is talking about patience, and that patience is required. You may feel plans are moving super slow, but this is a really good time for long-term goals. So surrender to frustration, integrate what has come, and rise to a higher consciousness. Be patient and use ease, and be in balance. Continue to learn, and if you don't learn, repeat and be okay with it, right? It's just all this process of letting life just happen. So when you are patient, you will be able to have super good results. This can be a card for travel, teaching, and learning as well. In business, you may be benefiting by integrating different qualities of yourself into your purpose. So this is a card for teachers, mentors, and advisors as well. So if you're considering doing that, I would say 2 thumbs up. You're ready to go on that path. If you're looking for love, patience, focus on you right now and know that this goal is very long-term. And in a relationship, I would say it's time to learn from one another and bring in balance into the connection. In health, this is not going to be an overnight answer. This is a journey. So it may be longer term. Be patient and be gentle with you. And I also want to say that this is always a message for me to hydrate. So pause here. When is a time that you feel called to have more patience and you were able to see how impatience affected you and how patience paid off? Finally, we are going to discuss the ego, or in traditional tarot, the devil. It's not a scary card. This is addictions. It can be worrying. It can be temptations and old patterns. This energy will only take over if you allow it. So there may be forgiveness that may be needed here, or anger that needs to be released. This is your own confinement and your fears, and you are creating your own reality. So any entrapments, they're self-made. So notice when it appears with the Court card or the Empress or Emperor card, because there may be blockages that need to move, which could be a person or a place. For business, there may be a human actually blocking you from moving forward, or an old pattern of affecting your purpose or career path. It's not a good time to take a job unless the patterning is resolved. If you're looking for love, there may be an old karma pattern playing out. You may have too many attachments that need to be removed, or cords. Consider your bottom lines and understand where your true power lies. It's old patterning that is drawing the same types of people to you, so you need to remove that. In a relationship, there may be a little bit of a power play or a controlling party. There could be addictions or even a third party. So be sure that you are in touch with the love and not just the idea of love, and really know where those other things are affecting you. In health, don't give your power away to a health provider, and don't make fear-based decisions. So pause here for you. Has there been a time when you had to release or let go of old patterns? I would say probably so. So let go of old people that you gave your power to, and you had to take your power back. So reflecting on that. And that's a noise that's coming from outside. I'm just going to assume that it's really perfectly timed. Probably something that you need to look at. Thank you, and we'll continue on in the next video.